In November of 2022, I launched my first ever info product, Nick's Inner Circle. This came after doing YouTube from 2019 up to 2022 and receiving hundreds of comments from people basically calling out the fact, hey Nick, love your content, would love if you had some type of course, consulting calls, and like all of those things. And I hated the idea of launching a course. In fact, I've actually taken my course down in majority of my YouTube videos to where like you can't even buy my course. I think courses are great for beginners, but you're more sophisticated and you need higher level knowledge and more closer one-on-one contact and stuff. And that's where I created the Inner Circle, a program back in November of 2022, where we went ahead, we launched a monthly fee of $600 a month. You got one-on-one calls with me, group calls with me. I responded to everyone's messages privately and in the group. And, it's been great. We also got a course as well. And the course was essentially just all the questions in the Inner Circle. I would just film videos anywhere between 5 minutes to 2 hours long as training specifically to help the Inner Circle students and stuff. And this has been great. It's helped do two things. It's helped all those people who can't quite afford my agency service, because at the end of the day, I started this YouTube channel back in 2019 as for two reasons. Number one, I love YouTube. I started my first YouTube channel when I was 10 years old, making Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 videos, commentaries, trick shots, trying to get into Phase, Sword, DZ. Shout out to everyone on the YouTube channel who's familiar with that. And that was my first inspiration with YouTube and stuff. And I've created multiple YouTube channels over the years, and like YouTube's always held a very special place in my heart. I will do YouTube to the day I die. It's always going to come into different shapes and forms, where right now this YouTube channel is around marketing and advertising. And I may eventually fall out of love with marketing advertising and one day go start a boxing or a relationship YouTube channel, just whatever's piquing my interest at that given time. And, this advertising channel, I've been doing it now from 2019 till today in 2025, over 6 years now. We've crossed over 58,000 subscribers, about to cross over 60. And, I love YouTube and stuff. So long story short, and I've also started this YouTube channel to essentially help me land clients for my agency by just showcasing what's working for us. And that's kind of how the digital product space came in play, because my agency's $10K a month to work with me and me run your ads and stuff like that. I wanted to go and create a smaller program to allow people who didn't want to quite work with me, but wanted to do it themselves, but wanted to get my feedback and stuff. And that's where the Inner Circle came in play. And that was Nick's Inner Circle. Now, the Inner Circle has completely transformed. It's still the same core offering and stuff. Everyone gets the same benefits and stuff, but because of how many successful students we've created and how many people have came this way. I remember when Paul Hahn and Isaac Hahn had came into the group and, scaled to over $300,000 in a single day with their business and stuff, and made some YouTube videos about it, took their parents to Hawaii and stuff like that, and then shouted me out a couple of times. We had a flood of students come into the program, and just many other successful people. We had Spencer Powell. He was also in the program for a couple months before starting his own program and everything. And a lot of the teachings and stuff in that program are kind of based off the things that we've showed them and helped them out with Sean and Spencer and stuff. Two absolutely amazing people, by the way, for all those who are watching and stuff. So we've just had so many success students and so many crazy results inside the Inner Circle that it's come to a point now where we've had to raise the price from $600 a month to, it started off at $500 a month. So $500 to $600 to $750 a month to $1,000 a month. So now we're charging $1,500 a month, and we're still having too many people join. And because of how many people are joining and stuff, we're about to actually have to raise the Inner Circle back to $2,500 a month for the Inner Circle. And that's purely just because at the end of the day, I'm not a full-time educator. I don't sit down all day and just make trainings and basically go ahead and teach people. Like, I'm actually a practitioner. I run an agency. I have 5 to 6 clients of my own, and then my team members all have about 10 clients together. So we work with a small multitude of clients. That's because we start off at $10,000 a month, and we like to go deep versus wide with our clients. So I still actively have my own clients. That's why it makes me valuable to YouTube and valuable to my students, because I'm actually continuing to practice this thing. And because of that, I can't just open my schedule all day for one-on-one calls and community chat and stuff like that. And that's become a limitation now with the inner circle. Basically, too many people are joining. We're raising prices up and still too many people are joining. So this has actually led me to something that I've been on the fence of doing. And so far we've tested with a few people and it's working really well, where I'm actually going to officially announce Active Marketer Pro. We have Active Marketer right now, my free Telegram with like 2,800 members in it right now. And I've always dreamed of having Active Marketer Pro. This came from a earlier program I was in for trading and stuff like that. And I always loved the idea of just having some type of program where it's like same thing as the inner circle, but just without the one-on-one calls, same thing as the inner circle, but without the one-on-one DMs and stuff. So still giving y'all access to me in just a group setting, no one-on-one at all, to where I can take on more clients or more students and stuff like that. And I can also brand it under, something bigger than me. Because right now it's Nick's Inner Circle, and it's more people who want to work directly with me one-on-one in a mentoring aspect. But what about more of a broader, unique appeal? And that's where we created the Active Marketer Pro. Active Marketer Pro, you're still going to get access to the same course that the Inner Circle students get. You're still going to get one new lesson a week in that course, just like the Inner Circle students get. So it's basically everything as the Inner Circle, just without the one-on-one calls and without the one-on-one messages, to allow me to reach more people. Now, it's still valuable because, like I said, you still get the course access. You still get one new lesson a week inside the course. You also get a group call with me every week at Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time. As of right now, we also have an additional coach in the program. His name is Coy. He's been my head media buyer for the last 4 years now at the agency and stuff. He does a call every Thursday at 10 a.m. Central Time. And I'm also looking to expand down the line to additional coaches on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, where we actually have like a video editor call. We have a copywriter call. And the last call, I'm not really sure yet for that one yet, but at least there's going to be other people, probably be like an operations call and stuff down the line to be able to give y'all full support. And these community calls run anywhere between 90 minutes to 2 hours long. So it's a good call to be able to teach a lesson and still get a lot of questions in. And at first I was against group coaching and stuff. I thought it was not really the greatest thing, but what I found out is that there's a lot of people in the one-on-one calls that just simply don't know what to ask. And I've seen so many students get more value out of the group calls because maybe it's something that a question that maybe someone doesn't understand or doesn't know how to ask, but someone else is experiencing and they asked that question. Well, now they got that value because someone else asked that question. Or maybe it's something they didn't even know was a problem and now they just learned something from another student stuff. So being able to learn off each other in that group setting is way more valuable than the one-on-one calls, than the one-on-one mentoring, because now you're getting more value for the price you're paying and stuff. Going to price here that we mentioned it, this whole program is only going to be $600 a month. Because again, we're stripping away the one-on-one call with me. We're stripping away the one-on-one messages with me and stuff. And now you still get to talk to me. You're gonna be able to talk to me on the Friday call at 1 p.m. Central Time. You're gonna be able to talk to me, as I drop new courses and new lessons inside the course and stuff. And I will periodically answer the questions inside the group chat and stuff for Active Marketer Pro. I'm way more responsive in the Inner Circle and stuff, but the Active Marketer Pro is going to be more so, I'm only answering the questions on those calls, and that's why we're going to be focusing more on adding more group calls in throughout the week to where we can give people more opportunities there to actually talk to people online and stuff like that. So like I said, I want to officially announce Active Marketer Pro. There will be a link below for Active Marketer Pro. Again, we're starting at $600 a month. This is going to be a special introductory pricing for Black Friday and stuff. I don't know what we're going to raise it up to from here. But like I said, the Inner Circle started at $500 a month. We had to raise price up now to $1,500 a month and about to have to increase it now to $2,500 a month because of the number of people that are joining and stuff. So I can't tell you when we're going to increase the price for this, but just from historical actions here with the Inner Circle, we expand this will be increased in price just like that program right there. So just being very honest with y'all on that side right there. So yeah, welcome to Black Friday. Hope you're having a great Black Friday and killing it and stuff like that. And go jump into Active Marketer Pro, because at the time of this video should be 9 a.m. Central Time on Friday. We actually have our Black Friday Q&A call today at 1 p.m. Central Time. So if you join in the program, you'll jump on that call, hop on the call with me, talk with me, share some wins and stuff for Black Friday. So I'll look forward to seeing you on that call today at 1 p.m. Central Time.